Which of your sectors is the most popular in the UAE market? Can I guess? Because honestly, I always watch the series of Yango Entertainment. Do you believe that this is one of the most popular sectors that you guys
I
have?
think right now, yes. We're super successful with Younger Play here on the market, but it's difficult to divide,
Okay.
So Younger Play is super popular, but for example, in Abu Dhabi, we have subscription which also provides you special bonuses in our taxi business.
Okay.
So when you buy a subscription for music and Younger Play in total, you also get different advantages, bonus points, cashbacks, and so on our tax area.
From GN Talks, okay, I want you to look at this camera.
Okay.
And I want you to give a promise to your customers, because this we're going to be looking at in a few years. So we will invite you again to come to the show, and we will be looking back at this date.
Okay.
What's one message you would want to share with our audience right now, or especially your customers?
I will give two promises, because one of them is for the customers who use our products, and the second one is our partners, so with whom we build this business.
Good morning and welcome to a new episode of GN Talks. This episode, we're going to be having a very special guest with us and another well-established business in the UAE and in the MENA region. Please welcome with me today the CEO, Mr. Daniel. How are you doing today?
Hi everyone, it's quite good,
We're very excited to have you with us today. It's our privilege.
Thank you.
So let's first start with you. Maybe you can give us like a brief introduction about yourself, and then how did you get to the role of the CEO of Yango?
I'm 37 years old.
Okay.
Almost in a couple of months. I started my career as a scientist, so I believe that science will be my future. But then, as probably every single young guy in this world, I decided I need more money.
Okay.
And transfer from science to marketing, in which I spent, I think, almost 10 years or so in total. But I kept all my engineers and all my science background in my daily routine from those days. And then I go step after step. So start as a marketing, then transform to operations, then transform to CEO of one business, then start to launch more than one. I try myself as an entrepreneur, build a couple of companies, sold them, and here we are.
Amazing. And I'm sure many of the audience that's watching us today will definitely be inspired, because when I first saw you today on set, I did say the same thing, that you are a very young CEO. So this is definitely something that will inspire the young generation. So now let's talk about the diverse portfolio of Yango Group. So you guys have multiple sectors: mobility, robotics, entertainment. Can we expect to see even much more diversity with Yango?
We launched only one business.
Okay.
And then during our expansion, we found that all the people around the world, and we work in 30 countries already, more than, they don't think like we need app for taxi, or we need app for food, or we need app for whatever you want.
Okay.
They think about their own tasks in their real life mostly. So, and for example, I want to came from point A to point B. And I want to use taxi today, I don't know, scooter tomorrow, my own car on Wednesday, and whatever you can imagine. And we start to transform in this way of thinking by ourselves. So we start to try to solve the people tasks instead of just building the apps. And that's why we came where we are right now. So with really diverse portfolio of products, because it was one after another, and this happened like that.
Amazing. So you guys have expanded massively to so many different areas of the MENA region. But I'm sure this question I always ask to CEOs and senior representatives like yourself. I'm sure that there must be some sort of a challenge, especially when you're expanding to diverse countries. Every country has its own likes How did you overcome them?
Look, if you came right now to our office, not far away from here, you'll find there that on every single screen in the room, we will have a slogan: "Go global, go local," and this is probably main piece of our DNA right now. We really believe that every single country, even every single city, is super unique, and we want to build our business as an ecosystem for city, for whole country to help in its digital transformation somewhere.
Okay.
Of course, right now we are in Dubai and it's super digitalized in all of the dimensions, but it's not like that everywhere. So the main problem and main complexity and it was localization.
Okay.
Because every single country is super unique. And
Correct.
if something worked in one country, most probable we will fail in other one if you will just repeat the strategy.
Okay.
But what helped us, I think two things. The first one that we try to be on the streets, not in the boardroom.
Okay.
So we, all of us, even me, we try to spend as much time with our partners in every single area. So with taxi fleet companies, with restaurants, we have quite a big restaurant business in some of our countries, with movie producers, with musicians. So not in the office. And the second one, this new era of AI happened to us quite recently. And this push us even harder because if you go back in 3 years from now or so, we will find that most of the products is not so personalized as you want them to be. So they push you something you don't want to see there or which is completely irrelevant. And then nowadays, the whole world changed and you can transform the app which will be generated personally for you. The app, the website, whatever you want. And all this combined, it's on the one hand, it's super challenge, as you mentioned, but on the other hand, it's a super opportunity for us.
Interesting. I believe in one of your interviews, you did mention that humans are native AI. Can you elaborate more on this?
Thank you for the question. Look, what I think right now, I think if you will see on younger generation, our kids, for example, for them, it's quite difficult to say that they using AI. So for them, using AI is the same as using your phone. So they use it every day. So they speak with Yasmina, our AI voice assistant here on the market, or they speak with Alexa somewhere else, or they try ChatGPT or whatever they want, and they do it 100 times per day. And they just don't think that it's something really specific. It's just how they doing their daily tasks. And that's already happened. And of course, for example, on our generation, it's already not the same. True. So somewhere, for example, myself, I use, I think something from 5 to 10 different AI tools every day.
Wow.
On a very frequent basis, but it's not so obvious. But if you came to our office, 99% of the employees will be like that.
Okay.
But then you always need to look on the younger guys. They transform the future generations. Yes, they transform 5 times faster than we are, unfortunately.
100%. But I'm going to play the devil now, okay? So whoever's watching us now, like the older generation, like our parents' generation, grandparents, so on, they don't really believe in AI. They do believe that AI will eventually take away from the human element. But I do believe that Yango is looking towards the future generation. So to the elderly or to the millennials onwards, what would you tell them from the CEO of Yango?
Look, when I speak with my grandmother and I bring to her Yasmina and try to push her to speak with her. At the first days, my grandmother just asks, I don't know what weather right now, switch on some classic music from her past or something like that. But right now, after I think year or so of adoption, he started to communicate with her as a friend. And it's already here, so we can avoid it. And of course, during the next years, it will be like that. But in one day, it will be definitely transformed. And nowadays, the question's only how to transform the general AI to the local AI. Because look, I travel a lot, unfortunately. So, for example, today I'm here in Dubai. Tomorrow I will be in Accra, capital of Ghana. And the day after tomorrow I will be in Cote d'Ivoire, and so on. And every single country, as I mentioned, it's not only it's unique. It has its own culture, its own specific, its own way of thinking about basic things. And the question how to educate your AI with the local aspect, how to make a structure for, I don't know, for Dubai, for Muscat, for Cairo, for Accra, which we already mentioned, but not for Silicon Valley or not for the global scale. And when we or any other company in the world will solve this issue, for older generation, it will be also much more easy to transform their daily habits, because it's like in our movie business in Yango Play. We really focused on the local content, so on Arabic content, which produced here for the local market. And that's why we gain the market share, because we give to the people what they want. With in these movies, in these TV shows, they can find themselves, their daily tasks, their daily jobs. They can see, somebody who's look like you or your friend or whatever they want to see. Here, the same. In next months or years, we will transform. It became more local, became more understandable, and this help for all kinds of generations.
Wow. So do you believe that also AI will play a massive role in global expansion? And what do you believe, why do you believe other companies lack that fast growth?
Thank you for the good question. Look, I think when you grow from the tiny startup to the corporation, every single big company, they transform from risk takers to risk avoiders. And so the bigger you are, the more risk avoidance DNA is inside you, because you need to protect what you already built. It's how it should be. And the challenge is to keep this creator's soul inside, to push your team to build more and more something new. And for us, when we start to build not one business line, but we have multi-business line strategy and multi-country strategy, it helps us to take, I don't know, guy from Turkey, for example, and send him to Lima in Peru. He was quite successful in Turkey. He built something, but I think all of the guys who sit here or with whom we discussed tell you the story that in one day, it doesn't matter how good you are, you start to perform not so good as it was. And you need just to shift him or her somewhere else, because in the new market or in the new country, the employee will create something new from scratch, and it will be a new miracle. And so we try to keep the, let's call startup soul. It's really difficult to call us startup because we're already quite big with thousands of employees around the world. but we try to keep it. So creator, so startup, so you need to create something new every single day. So it's completely not enough to came to one-to-one meeting with me if you leader of any of business lines of any of the country and say, look, my P&L is just going fine. That's it. You need to sell that. Look, my P&L is going fine. It's of course the basis, but then you need that I launch this stuff, I launch that stuff, I close that stuff because it's not perform well. And so you need to create. And the second one, just shift people from one role to another.
Okay.
So I was a marketing guy. Right now I'm CEO. I was an engineer or scientist. And then nowadays you need to be as curious as it possible. You need to re-educate yourself every single day because how we work, our working routine, our professions, they changing so fast that if you're not curious enough to redefine yourself, you will just lose your career path.
Correct.
And we stimulate it with all the structure inside.
We can definitely see this. I have a question. Which of your sectors is the most popular in the UAE market? Can I guess? Because honestly, I always watch the series of Yango Entertainment. Do you believe that this is one of the most popular sectors that you guys have?
I think right now, yes. We're super successful with Yango Play here on the market. But it's difficult to divide, you know. So Yango Play is super popular. But for example, in Abu Dhabi, we have subscription which also provides you special bonuses in our taxi business.
Okay.
So when you buy a subscription for music and Yango Play in total, you also get different advantages, bonus points, cashbacks, and so on our taxi area. So it's one business or two different. It depends how you will ask. Or Yasmina, for example. It's also really big and important piece of our play initiative. But if we will ask, I don't know, 100 random guys on the street right now, what do you know from Yango here in UAE? It will be Yango Play by far.
So we do know that your field, especially with the different sectors that you have, are somehow very competitive, right? There's a lot of competition in the market. How do you manage to stand out from the competition itself?
Look, I like competition because when you compete, you create something new. So, for example, let's move a little bit from Middle East to Colombia. When we start to research the market, we launch, the first city was Medellin.
Okay.
And we start compete directly with Uber, with Didi in taxi. And the competition wasn't so successful, let's call it this way. So it was okay in terms of return on investment, but not the best. But our business is super different if you compare it to the Uber. So we built on the partners. So every single area where we work, we try to build it on the partners. So we try to build the ecosystem which help other businesses to grow together with us. The same with the taxi, so we don't work directly with the drivers, so we work through the special taxi companies or fleet companies. It depends on the market structure. And we came to the Bogota and we signed the awesome deal with the Taxi Libres. It's the biggest player on the field with 25,000 cars already. Wow. So we just signed the deal where they keep their business. So we don't start to compete with them. So they become our partner. We just provide the software, we provide the awesome app, and it's worked quite good, if, you know. And it's happened only because the competition, because we want to compete with Uber, with Didi, with all the guys on the market. That's why we are not afraid to come for such a big player like a Taxi Libres, because otherwise we just start to worry about it and create something new. Okay. So in competition, you find the way how to compete, because if you compete super straightforward, it will definitely wouldn't work.
From GN Talks, okay, I want you to look at this camera.
Okay.
And I want you to give a promise to your customers, because this we're going to be looking at in a few years.
Okay.
We're going to have you again. We don't know where GN
So I need to be really careful right now.
Yeah. So we will invite you again to come to the show, and we will be looking back at this date.
Okay.
What's one message you would want to share with our audience right now, or especially your customers or future customers?
So I will give two promises, because one of them is for the customers who use our products, and the second one is our partners, so with whom we build this business. So for the customers, I promise that we reinvent how the apps look like completely, because the touching the screen is completely outdated. And for the partners, your businesses will grow with us significantly in next years, and with very stable prognosis of your growth.
Amazing. Okay, so we'll revisit this interview in the future. So let's talk a little bit more about you, because there's a lot of young entrepreneurs, business mind people that potentially want to be in your shoes. What is one message from the CEO of Yango you would share to the audience that's watching us now that want to be in your shoes one day? What are things that kept you moving and kept you going even when things get tough?
Look, I think in English a very, very good word. Its word is curiosity.
Curiosity.
It's super important word in nowadays. When the whole world start to transform, you need to be curious as much as it possible, even more than that, especially not especially for everyone, because no one know how the marketing guys marketing work will be in 2 years from now, or how engineers work will be in 2 years from now. So you need to be curious. You need to try everything we just launched. The first thing. The second thing, just try to do the stuff which brings you energy. Every single step of my career till now, I just try to do what I feel good, what I like, what provide me energy. So every single day when I came home from work, and I work a lot, really, really a lot, it will be the sort of advice. I'm happy with my life. So sometimes I cry to my team that I have a lot of trips. I want to spend a little bit with my family, with my daughters, but I like my life. And the second thing, you need to work more than anyone around you. I'm a CEO of the big group. I already made a huge path till now, but still, I'm not already every single day first at work, but in half of them, I'm still first in the office. And in 99% of the day, I'm the last.
Okay.
So, and it's already for 15 years like that. Of course, sometimes I have the day when I want to miss the school to go to play football with friends. So, just everyone remembers this feeling from our school days. And if you feel like that, just miss the school. Skip it. Today will be your vacation for one day, but tomorrow come back to the discipline, working hard, be curious, and do whatever you really, really like, because in this case, it wouldn't be work, it will be just your lifestyle.
On Yango Entertainment, will we ever have AI actors?
Oh, it's a super problematic ethical question. I think in one day, when the actors community will find the way how it should be, definitely yes.
Well, it was our pleasure to have you with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for enlightening us with your experience and with sharing more details about Yango itself. So this was a wrap for today's episode. Stay tuned to another well-established business in the UAE and globally. Take care.